Hello and welcome to my channel, Home Remedies. Okay, in this video channel, I'm aiming to do a series of videos that will help you look at options, look at ways you can generate income online, and also save money saving tips, and look at various scenarios that can help towards that. Basically, I'm using some of my experiences I've gained along the way and relaying that to you. Please bear in mind that my financial advice is just entertainment purposes only, just giving you an idea of what's working. Work out what you want and see how feasible for you if it fits your circumstances. Okay. I'm aiming to do a series of videos on various money areas, and I will be aiming to do that over a period of time in the next coming weeks and months, so you'll have that to look forward to. And if you've got any ideas or things you'd like me to review, please by all means let me know and I can delve into that and investigate. Okay, some of my experiences goes back to making money online with companies such as eBay, Amazon, and affiliate marketing, cryptocurrency. To be honest, it's not been an easy journey. I've made mistakes along the way, and I've learned, there's no real easy ways to do this. You have to put the work and effort. I mean, you might be lucky enough to get some results with little effort, but overall I'd say 99% of the time it does require effort and some input by you to get the solution require. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and say, this is an easy area to be in. It's a very hard working industry. There's a lot of competition. Customers are very savvy these days in terms of what they see. It's just getting their attention and getting them to relate to you and sign up with you if you want to go on that list. And it's about giving as well. It's not about just receiving. Once you've got that list, you have to give the customers value, make them feel like they're getting something in return for them spending their hard-earned money with you. Okay, and you have to make them feel valued, which is very important. I think gone are the days where you could just send out a load of information and they'll just blindly follow you. It doesn't work that way now. You have to put that bit extra in to differentiate yourself from everybody else to stand out. Okay, so that's the information in the way I feel that needs to be approached. Okay, this industry changes so fast. What you learn today in a number of years, it can just change drastically. So you have to change all the time with it. Keep updated with what works. As more people come in to the industry and the technology changes as well, there are things that can make life so much easier now for an affiliate marketer. And a lot of softwares out there which can obviously do a lot of the heavy lifting, which traditionally you would have had to do. It was very time consuming. Now it's the reason why perhaps you can make money online. I found when I actually started, one of the easiest things I started to do was making money through eBay and Amazon. I was basically buying old phones and reselling them for a higher amount. People were quite happy to pay that. Sometimes you might think, why do people pay more money online when they could probably go out and buy these things cheaper, which possibly they might be able to, but it's convenience, isn't it? They just want to get home, just want to find a quick solution. The price doesn't have to be exorbitant, it could just be a little higher than what you would pay market value, but they're quite happy to. So that works. So that was physical work involved, and I eventually into affiliate marketing, which was hard work, but I feel overall you're not dealing with products, you're not dealing with returns, which you are with physical products, on eBay and Amazon. People are not happy with the product, or they perhaps made the wrong decision and then they're not happy with returning it. You've got to deal with all that, refunds, so it's a bit of a pain. With affiliate marketing, you just drive the traffic to the product and you get paid, which makes life so much easier for everybody concerned, especially if you're an affiliate marketer yourself. And don't get me wrong, I still sell things on eBay and Amazon occasionally. I first started as well by clearing out a lot of stuff from the house, which I didn't need. There should be a big clutter, and so as well as making money, it helps with declutter the house, which is a great way forward to make money and still gain that way. And it's a good experience in terms of listing products, what sells, tinkering things a bit with keywords. And I also used Facebook as well to sell products, which I thought was really lucrative. It's not just the traditional sites like eBay that work, like Facebook as well, which is a social community. You can post on there. And Amazon works to a degree. I'm not using Amazon so much now, but what I do use Amazon for is affiliate marketing. It's not paying a fortune, but it still generates a bit of income. It's just a case of driving the traffic to it. I also use it for selling t-shirts as well, which is an easy money-making system for me, because you're not having to buy stock. You just design the t-shirts and drive the traffic to it. And there are software that can help you do that, and also software that can guide you to the most likely type of products that will sell, the best type of trending t-shirts that would probably work best. So, all those tools that can help you aim towards that end result. And I have also dabbled in selling websites. I've built websites, sold them. And you might think, well, you've got to build up the website traffic first, get people visiting it, sort of generate some income. Yes, those do sell, but I found success selling sites. Basically, just build the sites from scratch and then resell them. You just have to look nice, have a good theme, have some potential, and just word it to get people attracted to it. I also bought domain names and sold domain names, software that can find the best domain names that people are looking for. Domain names that are not too long, quite short and of value. Domain names that sound really good, that you think, yes, that sometimes it can be a bit like panning for gold. You don't know what you say what will sell from what won't. It depends what the person's looking for at the time. If there's a buyer, so that was a reasonable success listing some domain names. And that's something that I haven't been doing so much at the moment, but I'm looking to go back into that side of things. What else have I been doing that's been lucrative for me? I've been selling products and solutions off ClickBank, which is a site which you can sign up for free, so you don't have to have any history with affiliate marketing. You don't need to show any proof of how good you are a seller. You can sign up and start there. That's a good starting point. And then you find products by gravity. So you're interested in keto diets or make money online, you can then go in and then break down by gravity and find the ones that sell the most, the highest selling products that affiliates are having success with, and that's a good starting point that you can go with. And then you just drive traffic to it, so you build a landing page through sites such as Aweber, get response, ClickFunnels, which is a lot more expensive, but there are software that you can build a landing page. Customer goes on the landing page, puts in their details, and they'll be directed to the offer. That has the added benefit also of giving you their email address, so you can target them again down the food chain. So even if you don't sell through that method, you've got that email, so you've got the chance to be yourself then later down the road, which to me I think is a very positive way to go, rather than sending them to the offer and not having that email address. What else has worked for me? I've used Bing ads, Google ads to promote products. You can obviously go the organic route where you try and do search engine optimization by trying to get your product to rank highly on Google, but that just takes time, and it's not guaranteed to happen overnight or anytime soon. It can, take place over a number of months depending on Google's algorithm. So paid traffic is the most direct way to get off the scene, and there are ways to get your clicks to be put on cheaply, so you're not spending a fortune on clicks, and it's dependent on your keywords that you use and how you attract customers to those sites. So you have to bear that in mind in terms of how you position it. What else? There's something I was going to say that's escaped me, but I'll come back to it. As I talk, it may come back to me. What else has been working for me more recently? Cryptocurrency, that's another one that's been very good. I don't trade cryptocurrencies in the sense like Bitcoin. I buy and hold, and that's worked very well for me. And it has increased over time. Okay, I mean, there's the option to trade cryptocurrencies where you can make quite a bit of money, but it can be stressful having to watch the markets all day, seeing how things move. The prices may go up or down, and you can make good money, but also you can lose money if you're not really experienced enough or skilled enough, or take chances. Whereas just holding the money is more safe.
I wouldn't call it gambling as such, because the way the economy is going, if you read online about cryptocurrencies, a lot of big institutions are now coming on board with cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, so the big institutions are coming on board now with cryptocurrencies. They're seeing that's the way forward. And you might have seen in the news as well, companies like Tesla buying cryptocurrencies, so they believe it is the way forward, and they're using it as a long-term investment. The way the economy is going with inflation and high interest rates, realise this is a stable backup in terms of investment. And as the government printing more and more money, before long they're going to hike inflation, and they realise that their money in cryptocurrencies is the way forward to stability and longevity. Okay, so if you can hold Bitcoin, then that's the best way forward. In about 5 years, they're predicting it will be like $1 million. So I'm definitely holding on to it for now. I'm not selling anytime soon. And if you go online and look at stories about the cryptocurrencies, there will be a lot of scare stories. But I think that's been generated by a lot of institutions who want to kind of keep into selling, so they can then pick up this cryptocurrency very cheaply, and it will benefit their portfolio and their clients and investors. Whereas I'm holding on to it and just focusing on building it, looking at other altcoins outside of the altcoins. Okay, that was my review for today. Further to my previous details in terms of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular, I just wanted to touch on something that I've been seeing quite frequently in the media. Is Bitcoin still worth it in 2021? I know it's got to a stage now where it was very popular, then it did kind of retrace and go down quite stands from people whether this is still a viable option in year 2021. I just wanted to touch on a few things regarding this. You might say to yourself, is it an investment that's going to work for me? Is there basically a future with this particular cryptocurrency market? Okay, what I would advise everyone to do is do their own. So listen to people giving advice on YouTube, because obviously they're not financial advisors all the time, but they've done successfully well in their own field and their own endeavours. But ultimately, it's down to you how you want to invest your money, and you need to assess if it's something that's going to work for you. And also, I would not advise you to invest all your money in any system or market and see you could only afford to lose. And when I say lose, not necessarily losing in the long run, because cryptocurrency doesn't make money in the long run, but if, for instance, a bill very urgently, or you've got rents, food to buy, and the market does take a sudden crash to recover, then obviously you've got no means to get by in that time. So, you could say, for instance, just invest a percentage of that money. So if things do happen, then you still got the other money to fall back on, rather than putting all your eggs in one basket. There's no certainty, obviously, with markets, so I'd always advise caution. But as I said, do your own research and talk to financial advisors, talk to people that can guide you in the right direction in terms of what to invest. And there are companies out there that can invest it for you if you're uncertain. But ideally, if you do research, there's no reason why you can't just go and invest in cryptocurrencies on your own back. There are exchange type services out there like Coinbase, Binance, where it's very straightforward to invest in the money in cryptocurrencies. You just basically put your link it to your account, and then you can transfer the money directly from your bank account into then it converts into cryptocurrency. And you can also transfer money from one exchange to another as well if you don't want to physically put money in all the time. So you might have a certain amount of money in one account in an exchange, and you can just find the address for the other exchange and transfer it over that way. But that's another thing I thought to do some videos on, so it gives you some guidance there. Okay, you might be asking yourself, further to what I've said, obviously there's been a lot of negativity, so you might say, is it a move I should make? And you might be sitting on the fence in a sense, but I'm just trying to put some perspective on what I feel regarding this. Okay. Basically, it looked like a bit earlier in the year, on January 2021, Bitcoin did suffer quite a big drop, one of the biggest drops in history, and in fact topped the local bottom in just a few days before Bitcoin did improve, and it did rally to an all-time high before going back down a bit significantly to 30,000. And the question people might ask is, could Bitcoin go lower? Okay, and in response to that, I'd say it's actually rallied now. If you look at retrospectively, if you look at where we are now in sort of March, April time, going into April. April is significantly one of the best times for Bitcoin. Okay, whereas March is traditionally not so brilliant. But even so, it's still bucking the trend. It's still improved a lot further than it has done in previous years during the month of March. So then we can say, well, yes, things are looking more positive. And there's a lot of scaremongering as well among the big institutions in terms of investing, because they will try and put out there, try and scare you away to make you feel that it's something you shouldn't go but then they'll basically force you to sell your Bitcoin through scaremongering, and they'll snap those Bitcoins up, so they know that's the future. So they're getting your Bitcoin for cheap prices, and especially when they scare people in the market, people sell, price goes down, and they'll get the Bitcoin even cheaper. So that's a strategy that they like to do, especially now they know that Bitcoin's a very viable option. And obviously, earlier in the year when things weren't so brilliant with the Bitcoin side of things, there was obviously a factor where people were scared. Okay, but if you've been in the market for a while, you know that these things happen. Bitcoin just goes down, goes up, goes down, but overall it gains more than you lose. Okay, an interesting fact as well is that in terms of these dips that Bitcoin has, throughout Bitcoin's 4-year history, it's actually been classed as dead over 300 times. You can go way back. Every single time the media discourages you from buying, okay, then it rallies again. The earliest one was in 2010. One publication basically said to stay away from Bitcoin, and in 2015 Bitcoin was declared dead over 30 times, 28 times, then 93 times, in total 124 times. Imagine if you did buy Bitcoin at that point, when people were being speculative, putting you off, it would be worth an absolute fortune now, trying to default it then. And so people, just to put some perspective on that, people actually were saying stay away from it at 23 cents. Oh dear, it just shows how times change, doesn't it? And bearing in mind, Bitcoin actually does this every year. Okay, during the bull run of 2016 to 17, there were about 20 to 30% corrections before it truly went parabolic, going from $20,000 to $40,000 so quickly. It would be weird if we did not see some corrections. So if any market is the same, you'll see corrections. Let's go up quite significantly. And this is the reason why cost average buying, or should we say dollar cost averaging, is the most important factor. So you don't buy when it's high, buy when it goes low, and then if it does go up a bit, then you buy, then you don't buy right at the top, you buy right at the top, and it drops down, and you see a significant fluctuation and potential negative revenue. So that's the way to do it. The only reason I would say not to worry about the dip is if you're not a buyer. Okay, if you're hodling, I know some people make money at the dips, but generally if you're just constantly buying to hold, then it's not an issue. Okay, if you're looking to trade and you're in a long trade and it suddenly drops, then that is very significant. Me personally, I have made money from Bitcoin over the years, but you have to look at it from a long-term perspective. Yes, you can make profits through trading, but my strategy has always been position. My portfolio has grown steadily over the years to a level that further convinced me Bitcoin is the future. This is more the case as it becomes even more scarce. If you do research, you'll see that Bitcoin is becoming a lot more scarce. There's only a certain amount available. Unlike gold, where it is very limited, but it could be a source that we don't know somewhere. It could be another planet where we potentially could learn to mine gold. Property is scarce, but you can always extend out, make artificial islands. You can build up. Whereas Bitcoin, we know for sure that there is only a certain amount left. So as it becomes more scarce, the price will eventually rise significantly. It's the place of supply and demand. If the supply is low, the demand will be very high for Bitcoin, and history has taught us that it's significantly increasing over time, and it's a brilliant asset to invest in. You look at some of the big entrepreneurs, like Michael Saylor, look at some of his videos. He is a full advocate of Bitcoin and loads of potential. He's one of the entrepreneurs that got into some of the big corporations.
Michael.
They defined his company, or the prices were dipping, but he knew the potential, so he bought when it was low. So his original was around 10x his money. So if you've got big institutions like that, and Elon Musk going into it with Tesla, then you know these people are bright, and you follow and do what they're doing. As they say, money is made when the market's low and no one else knows about it. By the time everyone else finds about it, smart money's already invested and put its own up. So this time it's relatively early to the party than late, I would say. Okay. Now there are other out there in the sense of being classed as altcoins. Altcoins are okay. Just knowing which one to get into at the right time. Sometimes you can get into an altcoin when it's very high up, and it's basically people FOMO in. So by the time they get in, it then drops down suddenly, and you miss out significantly on the gains that you could have got had you got in early. Get into these altcoins on an early basis is to follow the news, follow the trends, follow some groups. The only downside I'd say with following some groups is that if someone's very influential on one of these groups, say in YouTube, and then it could cause a lot of people to start panic buying and it pushes the price up artificially.
Direction in the market.
So you have to be in there very, very early to gain the most from these altcoins. And so many coming on now. And NFTs, as it's a form of digital art, to simplify it to its most basic, and it's becoming very popular. I'd say it's worth us having maybe 5 to 10 altcoins rather than saying having 100 where you maybe spending, say, investing very little between all of these coins, and if they rise, don't significant increase. If you can then put in a significant amount within a few altcoins and it jumps significantly, then you'll see a much bigger gain. But as I said, that's what you can afford. Take a while to rise, and maybe some sleeping giants, but you have to bear that in mind that it may not be overnight. Okay. And the way to approach this as well, the way I see it with altcoins, is basically doing your research, finding out what's out there. What. Okay, and I feel with altcoins they're a lot more volatile in terms of being able to trade, unlike crypto. So unlike more predictable and easier to trade long term. I know from research that a lot of people come and start trying to trade altcoins, so the Bitcoin is a bit more feasible from that perspective. I'd possibly look to trade at some point, but at the moment I'm quite happy just to sit back and hodl. It's called hodl, which means hold on to Bitcoin, and to see how that pans out for me. And I know I've gained significantly from that. It's very little work to do. The only thing you need is obviously the investment. Things that can make the most money can be a bit more of the riskier side, but I don't see it as risky in a way, because over a long period of time I will gain. Okay. So I will like to do some further videos at some point to open up more of the opportunities within cryptocurrencies and clear up some of the views.
Right, in this part of the video I just wanted to touch a bit about my past and what led up to me having an interest in affiliate marketing. I used to work for quite a number of years in the corporate industry You know, it was a grind in a sense. It was the 9 to 5 and then all the commute and travel, story that you've probably heard over and over again from many people. And if you look at internet marketers' stories as well, how they were looking to escape and go to a more flexible way of working from home rather than obviously having to be in the office every day. So that was initially my story. I mean, while I was doing the job, I, you know, obviously was looking at options, things I could do on the side as well. But then I had the opportunity where I didn't have to do that job at some point. You know, I had a release package, and I was then looking to do other things. I mean, one of the things that I went into was business with my partner, because that was the idea when I left my job. We run the business together because she was running it by herself and I joined her. And we had property that we were investing in as well, so we were gaining income from that. But I still wanted to do more. And I was looking online for ways to make money, and it was not easy. There were a lot of scams out there which I could see through. And people were just trying to promote things that would benefit them. Then I came across affiliate marketing, and I sort of delved more into it, and I thought, yes, this is the way to go. Passive income. You know, very little investment. Very, no stock to hold. You know, nothing to do directly with people. You know, I thought this is ideal. You know, you can make money while you're sleeping. You know, it did seem like a dream coming through, but the more I tried to implement it, it was not easy. It's not something where you can set it up and overnight, you know, you don't see the rewards, you know, unless you're very lucky, that is. But it's, even if you were lucky and got the odd sale, you need something that's sustainable. You need to set it up in a way that it's going to work, and you're going to get the returns over and over again. So, you know, I did look at some mentors, you know, people that could probably guide me in the right direction. So I tried to then go more towards the people that had been successful. And it was very hard because obviously there are a lot of people out there that claim to be successful when they're not. They'll try and rope you in, obviously, to get your money, and that's how they make their money off you investing in their training products, and they don't have a product. So, and they don't have a method of making money of their own. And some of the products are so rubbish, makes you wonder how they could have made money from that. You know, they were saying to you, oh, this is how I made money. Just follow this product and you can be successful as well. And you think, no, this isn't possible. Just common sense would tell you that. Okay. So, it's just obviously trying to see the wood for the trees with all the rubbish that was out there. And I thought the way to go would be just to grow my list, get an email list, grow that. Everyone says the money's in the list. I was a bit skeptical at first about would that really work, but then I see down the road it does work. And then the other idea was to get my own website, and I was able to get a website and managed to do some SEO, got it ranked quite highly in Google, and it was making money, and I got AdSense added to it. So that was another benefit. So there was some passive income coming in. But the problem is, Google changed the algorithm, so it didn't rank anymore. It's a common story. A lot of marketers, Google just can pull the rug from under you. So then you have to look further. Then you start the cycle again, trying to get it ranked. And then a new update may come in, and then you get knocked off the search engine rankings, and you don't have a business anymore. So then it taught me that diversification is the best thing. You know, have a few things out there that you can find that works rather than relying on one thing. Okay, so from then I went on to building websites and then flipping them. So I thought, you know, I'll build them up and sell them, and that worked quite well. It makes quite a bit of an income. I use a site called Flipper, whereby you build a site, and you don't have to have a site that's successful. You know, ideally, if you can have a site that's successful, bringing in a fair amount of revenue every month, gets a lot of views, a lot of visitors, then they can sell significantly. You can 10x the sale. Say you've got a site that's bringing in $1,000 a month. You can 10 times that by 10 and sell that for easily $10,000 or more. People are willing to pay that. But I was more concentrating on startup sites. So I got a site, do it up, and then flip it, and that's what you call a starter site. And the starter site, people would buy that because it looked good, it was in a good niche, and they could see the potential to grow it. Okay, and I also went into domain names, find a good domain name, something that's not too long, nice, short, sharp, crisp, and that would resonate with people, and they would be happy to buy it. And then that worked for a while as well. It was obviously very hard to find good domain names constantly, at a consistent level. What I could probably have done is spent a good amount of money and bought high level domain names and resell it, but I was more into doing the startup side, where I find the domains myself and sell them. That way I don't have any high overheads or higher costs. Initially I was trying to play it safe as well, because obviously you've got a site where you might sell that domain, but you have then a list paid for listing, and if it doesn't sell, then you've lost out on the listing fee. So it is a bit of a hit and miss, but other ways you can list domains without incurring heavy costs, or perhaps you can set it on sites like Facebook, just promote it on Facebook and other social media sites, so you're not spending high fees. And there are some sites where you can just put the domain on and you only pay a percentage if it sells, so that way you're not losing out. Okay, so there are things I was doing initially, but then I moved away from it slightly, but there are things that I still have in my portfolio that I can go back to if I need to. Funny enough, talking about scams, I was okay with the domain name flipping side, where you buy the domains and sell them on. But then I've heard about a course where this person was promoting domains. I did it through an affiliate that I was aware of, that I trusted, but then this course was so overpriced, it was ridiculous. I spent quite a few $100s thinking it was going to be something significantly I could gain details from and training on, but it was rubbish. The course said no refunds, but we will work with you until you'll be successful. And I thought, okay, no refunds, but firstly I thought it's been highly recommended by this affiliate who's very popular, so it must be okay. And if I'm not successful, they will work with me, so I don't need a refund then. But then I realised that was the wrong way to go. Never buy a course that will not offer you a refund. If they really believe this course is going to work for you, why not offer you a refund? Put your money where your mouth is. Are they so scared that people will return the product that they don't want to refund you? And when I bought this course, there was literally no backup, no customer service, would not answer my emails, and the training was outdated. It was years old. It was just a rehashed course that was sold previously. So I was so demoralised. I thought, I've just wasted all my money. They will not work with me either. I tried to get my money back through PayPal. No joy, but I had to then go some other routes. Appeal, go down some other routes, and then eventually managed to get my money back. Okay, but that was a nightmare. That taught me a valuable lesson. Okay, I'm only going for courses where I can get a guaranteed refund after a certain point. And the funny thing is, I had previously bought a course, which was very, very cheap, hardly anything at all, and that gave me more information than this high level course. That just taught me these people were just out to take my money and not give any value back. So that's the thing you have to be wary of. If you see someone promoting things that you think should be good because you're paying a lot of money, it's high end, it's not always the case. And be very, very wary and protect yourself I've seen that money back guarantee. Because if they're so confident about this course that it will be successful, why not offer a guarantee? What have they got to lose? If this course is going to be so brilliant, then hardly anyone's going to ask for a refund, are they? But if the course is rubbish, I mean, they might argue, well, you know, we've got to put the time and effort into training. But this was a rehashed course. So what are they going to lose if you had a refund? It's not like they've invested any new money in any new systems. You know, it's something that was knocking around for years. You know, it's just total career. Yeah, so, you know, when you buy a course, you have to say, you know, I probably know enough myself. You know, don't be fooled for scams, people that just want to take your money and not give you any value. And the support's not there. If you find that you are scammed by a particular affiliate, you know, is promising you the world and it doesn't work, just take him off your list, like I did. You know, they're not giving you any value. Sometimes you learn the hard way. I mean, you have to then say, I could be at a stage now where I can go ahead and do this course. Do this system without any more courses. You know, sometimes we just feel a bit timid and we keep buying courses more and more just to give us that extra boost. You know, we think, oh, okay, I don't feel quite ready. I'll buy this other course. I'll buy this. I'll buy that. This affiliate's so brilliant. You know, this affiliate market is so brilliant. Maybe you can give me a shortcut to get there. You know, something that maybe I'm missing or I'm not really able to do. But believe me, you just have confidence in yourself. You probably know just as much as you need to know. Some of these affiliate marketers put out courses just to make money when they not really know any more than you do, or have any more tips or tricks. You know, you probably have enough ammo in your armory to actually go ahead full steam ahead and make the money anyway. Okay, without their success. I mean, what I would say, if you go ahead and do implement something, and you do become stuck, then that's the time probably you can look for help. But then you can go on social media, you can go on forum sites, ask for help. Without buying a course, there are people that are willing to help. Obviously, in these forums, you can give some value yourself, you know, with things that you've experienced. You know, so it's a two-way thing. You're not just there asking for help for everything every second, but, you know, there are people that are willing to give you advice and steer you in the right direction. Okay. So, I would say affiliate marketing is definitely the way to go if you want to make passive income further down the road. And as I said, you haven't got the stock, the inventory to manage, to worry about. You haven't got complaints, customer problems. You know, you can kind of rest a lot more easily. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. You've not lost anything. The only thing you may have lost is a bit of money promoting the product. You know, you may have been running some Google ads or Bing ads, as it's called, or Microsoft ads now, as they've updated. But overall, no, give it a go. Get a list. Get a landing page set up, website, autoresponder, so you can market to those customers again. Build a relationship, you know, to show them that you're genuine. Give something. It's not all got taken. You know, they're giving you something by supporting you, buying your services. You give them something back by giving them information or value, something they can use. I think that's the way to go now. It's not like in the past where it's just take, and expect the customer there to be this loyal and buy from you all the time, which I don't see as the way forward now. So, you know, it's just being human, really, being personable, and understanding, finding what their problems are, how you can help them. At some point, I will be looking to develop my own product. That's my next stage of my journey. Okay, be a product developer. Just need to do the research and set it up. And I will definitely update you on my progress and the stages that I go through to get that side of things. Hi, in today's video I just wanted to focus a bit on affiliate offers. Okay, I did touch on this previously, Obviously, there are a lot of organizations out there that will pay you a commission for particular products that you promote. And if you get a sale, then obviously you get a percentage of that sale as a commission. There are other organizations out there, such as Max Bounty, which is a bit different. They will pay you a commission through what is called a CPA offer. That is where the customer doesn't directly have to make a purchase, but they perform an action. So it's basically CPA is cost per action. So it could be that you send the customer to a page where they just need to fill in their email address, their zip code, for instance, or they just have to sign up with their personal details, name and address, and then basically they have then opted in, and you'll get a percentage of that particular action the customer's done. Okay, that being said, the CPA offers are okay in themselves, but they don't produce a ton of money. It's not a fortune. You have to really drive a lot of traffic, a lot of sign-ups before you see something substantial. And there is a bit of a barrier to entry as well with some of these CPA offers, is that they will actually try and filter you before you sign up. They'll try and do a Skype call with you, find out a bit about your background, what your experiences with affiliate marketing, before they'll actually allow you to join the network. Okay, I think there are a couple that are not strict. You can join up straight away, but the payments, as you would imagine, aren't that brilliant. Okay, I'll say the best way forward from the CPA offers, if you want to start pretty fast, is a service here called ClickBank, which I'm on here, which is a very good website. It's very newbie friendly. You don't have to have direct experience. There's no barrier to entry as such. There's no one that will actually have to ask you questions about your experience, your ability. You just sign up. I believe there are one or two offers in here where you might need to qualify and request to join, but the bulk of it is quite straightforward. You'll sign up for an offer, particular product, and then you get your affiliate link and you're good to go. Okay, if I just give you an idea, and some of the products here, it could be what you're interested in. You sign up to products. You could be interested in diet. You might have a keen interest in that. You might be into fitness. You might be into cooking. You might be into woodwork. Into business. So there's a whole range of areas here that you can actually join up. There's computing, gaming. But I mean, if I, for instance, look at the health and fitness niche. Okay, you see a list of different products here. These are basically product owners who have come onto this site to promote their products. Okay, and affiliates can join these different products to promote. And the best way to do this is to filter by gravity. So if I go in there and then gravity, for instance, and this is a health and fitness niche, this will bring up the top products that are doing well. Gravity just means the amount of affiliates that have sold this particular product. So if you see here, it's 500 roughly. So that's a very good result. So that will show you that this product sells very well. Okay, if we just go to the site, that gives us an idea of what the product is. It's always good to look at the site to make sure the product's something that you can promote. It's something that you feel you're quite happy to push to your customers, your data, your affiliates, push to your subscriptions, and so forth. Okay, so that being said, if you do want to promote that product, okay, then this is what you call the affiliate link. Okay, sorry, it's the affiliate page. Okay, where you can go in, and there'll be generally a whole range of resources here that you can use, like hot links, landing pages that you can go in. I think I over jumped the mark there a bit. Let me just go back. Okay, let me just choose another one. There's one, for instance, this is belly fat. Okay, if I just go into that site, for instance. Okay, so that will give you an idea of the site. Okay, tap for sound. Sorry, my internet's running a bit slow at the moment. But generally, this would be the idea. You're going to, it will then, now it's loading, it will then give you a feel for what the product is. Okay, and this is what the customer will see when they sign up from your affiliate link. Okay, and that being said, you then want to promote the product, then you go here, which is the affiliate link, which was what I should have gone in after I showed the landing page. So then you go in the affiliate link page. Okay, and this will have a series of resources that can help you. Look here, you've got email swipes. I'll give you a list of email swipes you can use. Facebook resources. And you just click on these links and you can then go in and access the details further. Sometimes you do have to sign up, and then you've got a whole, basically they're there to help you. You sign up and then you've got a whole load of resources you can use to promote that product directly. Okay. And alternatively, you can just go promote. Okay, and that will give you a link. This is directly generated through ClickBank. Okay, that's my username, and if you want to put in a tracking ID, you can just put it in here. So if you get a sale, you know where the track is. Generate hot link. Okay, there's my hot link. I can then use that hot link on an affiliate site or any site I want. I can send it in my email, promote it on a social media site. Anyone clicks on that link, they'll be driven straight to that sales page that I showed you earlier. Okay, and someone buys from there, then that's where we generate the sales. Okay, and there's a whole list of products you can promote here. But sometimes it does help if you have a passion for the product you're promoting. If you're into gaming, that's great. Green products, that's another good one. It's very popular these days with the environment. And it sometimes could be useful if you don't promote a product which everybody else is jumping in on. If you see the one I showed you earlier, where there was about 500 sales generated from that product, which is all good. It's selling if you promote that particular product. It's a very popular niche. But at the same time, there's a lot of competition. So you might think, well, I'll go into something a bit less competitive, and it can still sell very well. There are ways to see how well a particular product will sell. If you take the keywords, for instance, like this one here, flat belly. So you go onto a site like Google and use their keyword tool. If you do a search in Google, saying Google keyword tool, you go on the site, put in the keywords, and it will tell you the monthly searches for that keyword, and that will gauge you the level of demand there is for that keyword. I'll do a video on that at some point so you can see, but it's giving you an overview now. So you'd know if there's demand. If there's it comes up as 0, or not 0 necessarily, but a very low score, maybe 1 or 2 people looking for that keyword every month, then we know it's probably not the most lucrative product to go after. Sometimes you can tweak the keywords. But health and fitness, we know generally that's going to be a very good competitive industry. so we know it's going to sell, but you might want something in between, which is a little less competitive, like I mentioned. Another good one that could be an option is, let me just see, go back up here. Okay, okay, which one? I just remember which one I was in. I saw the other day, which is really good. Employment and jobs. Okay, obviously with the way things are in the world these days, people are looking for work from home jobs. I mean, the way I see it, these are not exploiting people in a sense. It's just it's helping people really find an option, an alternative. Find ways they can work from home if they may have issues where they can't go out to work, and still be able to generate an income. Obviously, you benefit as well from any sales, but if we can help people along the way, so much the better. Okay. So basically, as I mentioned, ClickBank's a very good way. It's giving you a flavour of what it can do for you. So many products on there, and these vendors, these sellers, are willing to help you get the sales by giving you certain details. Email swipes you can send out to your email list. Swipes you can use on your website if you have one. Swipes you can send to social media if you've got a Facebook group. You can do that. I found that very, very positive. I've got a Facebook group as well in the Diet Niche, and I post links from various sites like these promotions through ClickBanks, and it does get a good response, so bear that in mind. And the benefit of that as well is it's free traffic. Obviously you can promote these products through paid traffic for Google, for instance, AdWords, Bing AdWords. There is a cost though, and that's another learning curve. Obviously there'd be a case where you might have to lose a bit of money before you start making it, just to test the water, see what works. If one campaign doesn't work, then you cut that and start another campaign with different keywords. But if you just want to go in using free methods, then this is the ideal way to do it on social media. The downside is it does take longer, but once it's up and running, then it will produce results over time. And one of the advantages is that it can be autopilot. If it's on sites, for instance, like Quora, which is an information site where people go on and ask questions and you answer them, and you might leave a link in your answer and description. Over time, that is passive income where people still go on and see that for years on end. And likewise, Facebook, if you've got links in your Facebook group and your group's very popular, that's instant traffic for you and you don't pay for it. So I always think passive traffic is the best. So if you have a combination of paid traffic and organic traffic where it's just naturally in the search engine, so much the better. And if you've got a website which you can rank very highly, another way that people do it as well are using influencers. I think there's a site called Shoutbox where you go and find an influencer who's got a big social media following, put a link on there, okay, and they'll promote it out to their site, and that's another way you can generate some sales as well, and also capture some emails. So another way is solo ads. Basically, it's solo ads are where use a company like Udemy, find vendors on there selling email lists for you, that you can go on and promote your products. Go and use their email list and capture their emails of their customers, and you can build your list that way. So there's a whole raft of areas and ideas that you can use and go into. So it's numerous, but I've only touched on a few. As mentioned, I'll upload further details for you to follow. Hi, in this part of the video I'd just like to thank everybody for their continued support of the channel. and it's been really great. It gives me an incentive to carry on producing these videos and sharing my experience, tips and tricks that can help you along the way with your aim to financial freedom, financial independence, even, and tips and tricks that can save you money, which in turn will also help you achieve your end goal. Okay, and what would be of great help to me is if you could show your appreciation by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this video, okay, to as many people as possible. And hopefully that way we can grow the channel and we can bring you further help and assistance along the way, and we'll be growing our big community, you know, where we can all share ideas, we can all share our journey together, which would be fantastic. And if you could put in the comments anything you'd like me to produce, any further things you'd like to see, that would be also fantastic and great. And I can go away, produce some more videos and come back to you. What would be of help, obviously, if you can put your comments of what you'd like to see, then that gives me an idea of what to produce, and I know it would be something that you guys would like to see, and it'd be a popular type of video, which would obviously address some of your requirements. Okay, rather than me just going off making random videos, which, you know, some of you might like, but if I could be very targeted in terms of what you would like to see, that's even better. Then that adds a lot more value to what I do and what I can produce for you. Okay, because obviously without your continued support, you know, we wouldn't be where we are, wouldn't be a successful channel, and we wouldn't grow as a community. So once again, thank you for your viewing, and hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.